For the series finale, Caleb Brown will get things going. We'll take a look at the starting lineup first for the Wildcats. It'll be Brown, Huffman, Troll, Kelly, Vordick, Aldridge, Waxley, McLinn, and Morgan. And they will face Carter Fobb as we are underway. Defensively for the Generals, Dooley at first, Langley's at second, McCullough is at third. The shortstop is Lane Patin. Left to right across the outfield is Parks, Labruyere, and Kratzer. Behind the plate is Evan Rolf Shadle. And on the mound, of course, Carter Fobb, the right-hander. 6-1 on the season, making his 12th appearance. He's made now 11 starts, 61 innings of work, holding opposing hitters to an average of .238 as this is on the ground toward short. Patin charging on the run, throws him out. And Fobb has an ERA of 5.31 with 53 strikeouts on the season. Huffman, .326, 1 home run, and 17 batted in. He fouls that one off. Swing and a miss. Huffman down 0-2 in the count. One and two. Just misses off the corner, 2-2. I almost might have went around the corner there. Two in a right. Kratzer on the run. Leaps can't get it. He fields it off the hop, and that'll be a stand-up double for Huffman. I'll bring Troll to the plate. Hitting .387, 4 home runs, and 30 batted in. 53 hits on the season for him. An OBP of 500. The series even at a game apiece after the Wildcats took game 2, and it's in for a called strike 1-1. So this rubber match of the series, very important, especially with both teams at a 17-6 record in Red River Athletic Conference play. Opposite field from Troll, that will fall in front of Kratzer. Huffman had to hold up to see it down. And there's runners on the corners with 1 out. I'll bring up Kelly, who has been tough to retire in this series for LSUA. He's got a pair of home runs. 1 in each game. Last game it was a 3-run home run. Watches that one, had a little extra mustard on it, 0-1. looks in and delivers. It stays inside, evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled it away in on the hands. It's 1 and 2. Prior to game 1, the Generals had their senior day ceremony. 8 seniors playing in their final season here at LSUA. Good lead off of first for Trull. And down goes Kelly swinging. 2 away. Vordick hitting .309. 3 home runs and 16 batted in. This is hit in a left center. Labrier, a long way to go. Not going to get there. He cuts it off before it can get to the wall. And blows through the stop sign is Trull. And he is going to be safe. Third base coach looking at him like, you are lucky. On that one, he had the stop sign, blew right through it. It'll be a double for Vordick and a pair of runs batted in. The throw was just a little up the line, forcing Rolf Schadel to try to turn around and make a diving tag, and he couldn't quite hold on to it. Wildcats with a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first. Outside 2-0. Two and one, catches the inside corner. Aldridge, 328 on the season. 6 big flies and 21 driven in. Another breaking ball in for a called strike. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on second. Swing and a miss. That'll be out number 3, but they get 2 runs on 3 hits. It'll be Labrier, Dooley, and Wilson due up when we return. Labrier will lead off for the Generals, hitting .310, 4 home runs and 45 batted in. He'll be the first to face Simino, who is 4-1 on the year, a 4.47 ERA in 13 appearances. This will be his 7th start of the year. He's thrown 44 1/3 innings, struck out 53, holding opposing hitters to an average of 244, and he's walked just 16. Defensively for the Wildcats, Trull is at first, Morgan's at second, Waxley at third, the shortstop is Brown. Left to right across the outfield, it's Huffman, McLinn, and Vortic in right behind the plate, Chris Kelly. 2-1 the count here on Labruyere. Catches the corner, 2-2. That one down the left field line, foul. Off the fencing, it is going to be just shy of the foul line, so they'll send out a player to go get it. It was game 1 starter Brandon Carter who will jog on down there. Swing and a miss, it gets away from Kelly. He will throw to first. A nice move by Trull there to change sides of the bag for out number 1. Brings up Dooley, 293 on the year, 1 home run and 33 batted in. It's outside, 1-0. Inside corner, 1-1. Two and one. Into right. Catch made by Vortic. Yeah, that'll be out number 2. So brings up Wilson. 373, 6 home runs, and 36 batted in. Inside corner, 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Skipped in and away, 1-2. Fastball trying to extend the edge of the plate, but it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Wilson down for the final out of the first. So we'll head to the second. It'll be Waxley, McLinn, and Morgan due up for Louisiana Christian. Waxley will lead off here in the top of the second. Hitting .333, 1 home run and 30 batted in, an on-base percentage of .455. And it's in the dirt, ball 1. Two and 0. Into foul territory over by the Generals dugout. It will get out of play onto the walkway behind it. Two and 1 the count on Waxley. Breaking ball from Fobb. This is struck fairly well to right center. Labrier jogs over to make the catch. And that'll be out number 1. Here's McLinn hitting .331, 5 round trippers and 19 batted in. Outside. He opens with a 1-0 count. Wind is picked up quite a bit from game 1. Lifted to center. Labrier in straightaway center. Hauls it in for out number 2. So Morgan, the number 9 hitter at .311 on the season, making just his 14th start. He's driven in 6. No big flies for him. That is going to be a foul ball off the knob of the bat. Ran the fastball up and in on the hands. And it does look good coming out of the pitcher's hand. It's just hard to match the height and velocity to get your hands up there in time. 2-1 from Fobb. Chased after the high fastball again. 2-2. Got a piece of it. Fouled it back. On the ground, and that'll sneak through first under the glove of Fobb and then past Langley. A little 2-out knock. Brings up Brown and goes back to the top of the order. Good size lead over at first from Morgan. Fobb will throw over, and he's just back. Had to take a step and a dive on him. First pitch to Brown. He's popped it up down the third base line. And drifting a couple steps toward the mound is McCullough. And that'll end the top half of the second. They leave one stranded. For the Generals, it'll be Langley, Kratzer, and Parks due up when we return. So Langley will lead off here in the bottom of the second. Semino is a two-way player. He's made 13 appearances on the mound and has appeared in 25 total games. He's even started 7 in the field. That one catches the inside, 0-1. 0-1. Spiked it in, a 58-foot fastball, 1-1. Breaking ball, chopped to third. Waxley to first. 4 out, number 1. Brings Kratzer to the plate. Hitting .303 with 1 home run and 22 batted in. Outside, 1-0. Fouled away. Two and 1. Three and 1. And that'll be ball 4. Kratzer draws a 1-out walk. Brings Parks up. 9 for 16 on the year. Scored 6 times and driven in 3. Well high, 1-0. And Kelly had to jump out of his stance there to keep that one from going to the backstop. Up and in in on Parks. Throw over to first. Kratzer stolen 10 bases this season. Another one runs inside. 3-0. Semino struggling to find the strike zone here to these first three hitters. Get me over fastball is there. See him just take a little off that one. Breaking ball in for a called strike. Right at the bottom of the strike zone. A chopper left side of the mound. Waxley going to have no play. It'll be an infield single for Parks. McCullough. Outside, 1-0. Off the outside corner. 2 balls, no strikes. Now Semino has dipped just below 50% strikes. He's had 8 this inning. A little end capper. And they're going to double up Kratzer. I don't know if he saw that ball off the bat. And that will end the inning. We'll head to the top of the third. It'll be Huffman, Troll, and Kelly due up. Huffman will lead off. He's 1 for 1. Takes the first pitch, called ball. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Chop foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Huffman down, swinging. Fobb buried that one on the back foot. Brings Troll to the plate. And it's in for a called strike. Ninth pitch of the afternoon for Fobb. Also called a strike. Troll, not a big fan of that. One's down. 1-2 tried to get him to extend outward. Chopper foul. So the count stays at 1-2. Kelly is on deck. Troll 1 for 1. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Fobb. Brings Kelly to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. One of the few times LSUA has gotten him out this series. Bender in a called strike. On a line, and that'll get down. 2-out knock for Kelly. And there'll be a runner for him. It'll be Singleton. Singleton will run it first. He gets his lead off of first. First pitch to Vortic, swing and a miss. has generated 4 or 5 swinging strikes in this inning. Singleton, a good lead off of first. They'll check over on him. He'll dive back in. Shorter lead now for Singleton. Here's the 0-1. Opposite field. Just a soft liner. Singleton fell. He's able to scamper back. Runners on first and second and 2 outs. Vortex single there. Just went opposite field with the breaking ball, and it dropped right near the edge of the dirt, headed back to the outfield. First pitch to Aldridge is outside. It's inside 1-1. On the ground towards second. Langley shuffles it to Patin, and that will end the inning. They strand 2. It'll be Ralph Shadle, Patin, Labruyere due up in the bottom of the third. Ralph Shadle will lead things off, hitting .355 on the season. 1 home run and 20 batted in, an on-base percentage of .506. He's drawn 12 walks and been hit 11 times. In for a called strike 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And 2 bounced in, trying to get him to chase after it. It's 1-2. Just missed, 2-2. tipped it. And he'll only be able to hang alive. Two. Upstairs, 3-2. Looks like he missed his spot there. Kelly wanted it outside. Payoff pitch. Ralph Shadle draws the walk. It'll bring up Patin. Oh, and 1. Ardwa leads off at first. Misses just outside, 1-1. Check over at first. He dives back. One is foul tip back into the mitt. So it's 1-2 on the Generals' 9-hole hitter. Another one fouled off. One, two, another check over. Here's the 1-2. Popped up right side of the infield. Ardwa gets back to the bag at first. And Patin pops out to Troll at first. Brings Labrier up. First pitch is outside. LC still leading 2-0. Labrier 0 for 1. And a swinging strikeout back in the first. That one is behind Labrier, and Ardwa will advance on the wild pitch. Here's the 2-0. 3-0. Hovering right around 50% strikes here is Cimino. 47 total pitches, 23 strikes. And that'll be ball 4. Second walk of the inning. bring the pitching coach out of the dugout as action has started in the Wildcats bullpen. A right-hander getting loose. Looks like Alan Mason. And he's getting loose fairly quickly. Mound visit ends. As Mason throws. And a lefty throwing as well down there now. First pitch to Dooley. This is inside 1-0. Look back at second now, the 1-0. 2-0. Another look back, and the 2-0 spiked it. Now Ardwa is going to have to, well, he does advance. Just a slight hesitation from him. But he does move up on the wild pitch, and now there are runners on second and third as LaBruyere moves up as well. Two in scoring position. Troll pulled in on the grass. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Dooley. Bases are going to be loaded for Wilson. Looks like that's going to do it for Semino. And they will go to the bullpen, so we'll take a timeout. And we'll have the reliever after this. Wilson will be the first to face the left-hander Seth Whitney, making his 7th appearance of the season. He's thrown 9 innings, struck out 8, walked 8, opposing average against a 333 and an ERA of 8.00. Starts Wilson off with a strike. The bases are loaded with 1 out. All of them belong to Simino, the starter. Swing and a miss. Like a sweeper there, 1 and 2. Here's the 1-2. 2 and 2. Good block by Kelly to keep it close. Looks like the ball down in the bullpen has ended up outside the fence. Well, inside the fence, rather. Somehow got away from Mason. Here's the 2-2, fouled away. That one is fouled off. It'll keep Wilson alive. 2-2 the count. That one fouled off. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat here to Wilson. He's fouled off 3 straight. The 2-2 again. And he got him swinging for a big out number 2. Can't ask for much more out of a reliever who's coming into this situation. Here's the 0-0 to Langley. Foul back off the netting. Langley is 0 for 1. And this is a mile high on the infield. Brown camped under it. He's got it. And the Wildcats get out of the inning without any damage. They lead it 2-0 as we head to the 4th. Waxley leads things off in the top half of the fourth inning. He is 0 for 1. And a big swing. Foul tipped it back into the mid 0 and 1. Waxley, 1 home run in 30 on the season coming into today. Called strike 0 and 2. Fob ahead in the count. 51 pitches, 37 strikes for him. Here's the 0-2. They'll ask down at first. He did not go around, so it'll be 1 and 2. Their breaking ball fouled off. Probably wanted to get that one just a little bit further down in the zone. The 1-2. Oh, got him chasing high for out number 1. And that's the 5th strikeout of Fob's day. So with 1 out, it's McLinn. Swinging first pitch, fouled off, and it is going to get out of play off the roof of the press box. Rare that the press box gets hit. So it's 0 and 1. McLinn also 0 for 1 on the day. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Skipped it in 2 and 1. On the ground left side, McCullough cuts it off. Fires across. Dooley holds the bag for out number 2. Here's Morgan, the number 9 hitter. 1 for 1. Looking to keep this inning going and get back to the top of the order. Swinging first pitch into right center. Kratzer charging, sliding. He makes the catch. Wildcats go down 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's Kratzer, Parks, McCullough due up. Kratzer will lead things off for LSUA. Drew will walk in his first plate appearance. And that one misses high. Whitney back out after getting out of the bases loaded jam in the last inning. 2-0. Wildcats bullpen has gone quiet for the meantime. Misses 3-0. Ran that one inside ball. I'm going to say it got a piece of him, excuse me. So Kratzer is aboard to lead off the inning. Here's Parks, squares around a bunt and fouls it off. Kelly corralled it. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Blocked by Kelly, keeps it close. The count 1-2 on Parks. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game. And a check over at first. Kratzer dives back. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Now a snap throw to first. They couldn't quite get the tag on him, so Kratzer's in. Brings McCullough to the plate with 1 out. He's 0 for 1. And a throw over to first. Runner going, the throw hopped in, and it'll be a stolen base for Kratzer. Runner in scoring position now with 1 out for McCullough. On the ground, back up the middle. That's going to get through. Kratzer being waved around. He will score without a throw. It's 2-1 now. Shadle drew a walk his first plate appearance. McCullough leads off at first. Whitney looks over and delivers. McCullough takes second on the wild pitch. Whitney had to duck out of the way of that throw. Here's the 1-0. Corner 1-1. Tying run at second. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off. Here's the 1-2. Got him looking for out number 2. Here's Patin, who is 0 for 1 on the day. Single could be the tying run. Hits this one, foul territory. Troll has it, and that'll end the inning. The Generals do get one, however. They leave one stranded. It'll be Brown, Huffman, and Troll due up the top of the order for the Wildcats of the 5th. Brown will lead things off here in the top half of the 5th inning. Carter Fobb back out there on the mound. 59 pitches, 42 strikes for him. side. 1-0. But a lot of 1-0 counts for both pitching staffs in this game. Gets it back, a 1-1. Two and one the count on Brown. He's 0 for 2 in this game. Three and one. Fobb winds and delivers. And that'll be the first free pass he's issued. Here's Huffman. 1 for 2. Also has a strikeout on the ledger. Squares around a bunt and pops it up. It'll fall for strike one. Huffman squares again. Gets this one down. Back to the mound. Fobb only has one place to go. It's over to first. Brown advances. Brings up Troll. Troll came into the game hitting .387. He's 1 for 2 so far. Wildcats with a runner in scoring position, just looking to add to this lead. Breaking ball, a called strike, 0-1. Fouled away. Bob has him out ahead, 0-2. Spins in a pickoff attempt at second. Brown back in time and standing up. Generals have gotten a couple runners this season on the pickoff at second. Mostly on the timing play. Here's the 0-2 from Fobb. Ralph Shadle keeps it close. He's back to the two-piece mask today. Here's the 1-2, and nope, it'll be a spin towards second. A look back, now the 1-2. Breaking ball. Just misses. Generals dugout wanted that. 2-2. Cue ball the other way, and it's foul. Good thing, because it took a real tough bounce on Dooley. We'll come back, try the 2-2 again. Off the front of the Wildcats dugout. This will be pitch number 7 to Trull. Fouled away. 3 straight foul balls now. The Wildcats' first baseman. He's had 4 of them in this at-bat. Down 0-2, he's worked it back to 2-2. 3 straight foul balls to hang alive. Here's pitch number 8. Yanked foul. And this is at a part of the game where that pitch count for Fobb, he started the at-bat at 66 pitches, so this is eating potentially into one of those back innings. Where you might have to go to a reliever, a batter or two early. Another one, foul. 5 straight foul balls. Doesn't really matter what he does at this point. He's getting a plus in the quality at-bat column. 10th pitch of the AB. Rolf Schadel can't find it. Dooley thinks he's found it. Long run for the first baseman. Not every day it goes down as a pop-up to the first baseman down the third base line. Kelly will come to the plate now. Been an offensive force for the Wildcats. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Driven in 5 or 6 runs this series. That one's in on the hands, 1-0. Baltimore chopper, that's over. McCullough at third. They'll wave around Brown. And it'll be 3-1. Good piece of hitting there from Kelly. Singleton comes on to run for the catcher. And Vortic will stand in with 2 down. Have to see if they get Singleton in motion here, trying to get him into scoring position. Won't be on pitch number 1 as Vortic swings and misses. Fobb now at 79. This will be his 80th pitch. And Vortic chases it down. Bob steps off. Now back onto the rubber. 0-2. On Vortic, Singleton gets his lead. And it'll be ball one. The Generals thought that was strike three. Now the 1-2. Into the air to center. Live drifting back. Now drifting to his right. He'll make the catch. Wildcats strand one. They score one on one hit. Labrier, Dooley, and Wilson, 1, 2, 3, due up in the bottom of the fifth. Labrier leading things off. And Whitney back out there on the bump. Looks like Mason has got back up in the bullpen.
Luke, you dead? Luke. Is he sick? Is he not feeling well? He's not. Luke.
Want to know the count on Labrier. That one in for a called strike. Breaking ball doesn't break. Stays high, 2-1. It'll be 3-1. Mason is ready to go in the bullpen. That one's high. It'll be ball four to Labrier. And under the dugout comes the pitching coach. Dugout starting to empty out to the front as well, so that looks like it'll be it for Whitney. We'll be back with a new pitcher after this. Dooley will be the first to face Mason. Working in his 11th game, a record of 1-1, an ERA of 3.78. Over 16 2/3 innings, he struck out 14, walked just 4. But opposing hitters have an average of 308 against him. He'll throw over to first. Diving back, Labruyere. In for a called strike. Oh, and 1 on Dooley. Throw over to first. Back in time again. This time it was standing up. Oh, 1. Floats in for a strike, 0 and 2. Another check over to first. Lab has 17 stolen bases on the year. Fouled away. Dooley hangs alive at 0 and 2. A pitch out. You don't see that very often nowadays. They are exceedingly rare. One and 2 the count on Dooley. A throw over to first. Lab scampers back, very concerned with the runner at first. In general, the opposite of what the Boston Red Sox had taught their organization in the early 2000s. The 1-2 gets away from the catcher. So Labruyere will take second without the need for a stolen base. 2 and 2 the count on Dooley. This is in the air to right. Catch will be made by Vortic. Labruyere going to try to tag. He'll slide in ahead of the throw. And that got cut off by Brown at short. So with 1 out, Dalton Wilson has a runner at third. Here's Wilson. Takes the first one for a called strike. Wilson 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So he is due to make something happen. It'll be 1 and 1. Long pause from Mason. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Pulled into right field, struck really well. That'll one hop to the wall. Wilson's got a stand-up double. And an RBI as Lab scores. Here's Langley. He's 0 for 2 so far. Generals trail just by 1 now, 3-2. That one runs inside. Louisiana Christian with 3 runs on 7 hits. The Generals 2 runs on 3 hits. Pickoff attempt at second now. Wilson's back. Two and 0. He misses just off the black. A good block by Kelly. Will keep Wilson at second. 3-0 the count on Langley. And that'll be ball 4. Misses just inside. Runners on first and second now. Brings Kratzer to the plate. Tying run on second. That one's in the dirt. Generals with just 1 out. That one misses. 2-0. Hit well to right field. Vortic going back. He will make the catch on the run. Tagging at second is Wilson. Langley scampers back to first. There'll be runners on the corners with 2 down. Here's Parks. And it's going to be a pitching change. So Mason's afternoon will be done. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back with the reliever after this. Bryce O'Quinn into the ball game, and he'll face Cameron Parks. Comes in with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Parks, first pitch swinging in a center, diving, not going to make the catch. Wilson will score from third. Into third safely is Langley. I'm contractually obligated to tell you it is a brand new ball game. Parks comes through. And the first pitch over is a called strike. So correction, it's Aiden Thibodeau who's pitching. Throw over to first. Back in time. Down as Kelly comes out, keeps it close by. It's 2-1. Runner going, McCullough swings in. That is a nice cutoff as the throw sailed. It was cut off by Morgan, but the run scores anyway. So it's 2-2 to McCullough. It's outside 3-2. Generals now with a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. And Thibodeau walks McCullough. So here's Ralph Shadle. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Outside 1-0. Looping line drive, that'll get down. Rounding second, heading for home is Parks. McCullough will jog into third, an RBI single for Ralph Shadle. Looks like Louisiana Christian going to make another pitching change here. Thibodeau is done. With the Generals leading 5-3. They've scored 4 runs in the inning. We'll take a timeout. We'll have the new reliever right after this. So Thomas Collins will enter the ball game, the left-handed pitcher. He worked an inning in game number 1 today. 1 walk and a strikeout in that. And now he's back out of the bullpen here in game 2, and that is something you really don't see very often. Swinging first pitch, Patin hits that one toward the left center gap. It's down. McCullough will score. The throw goes into second. It's an RBI single for Patin. A big explosive inning here for the Generals. 5 runs have come across already, and most of them have been with 2 outs. Now it's the top of the order for LaBruyere. He's 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. Breaking ball called strike. One on a line. Up the chute goes Morgan for the 3rd out. But the Generals score 5 runs on 4 hits. They now lead it 6-3. Aldridge, Waxler, McLinn due up in the 6th. Aldridge leads off here in the top of the 6th. Fobb back out, 82 pitches deep into this outing. Aldridge is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Fouls off the first pitch. Here's the 0-1. To second, Langley on a dive. The throw to first. One down. Langley flashing the leather. We'll bring Waxley to the plate. Well, he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout as well. Fobb has struck out 5 hitters in this ball game. Here's the 0-1. On the ground at second. Fielded by Langley. And he'll be out number 2. Back-to-back groundouts over to Landon. Brings up McLinn. Swing and a miss. Chased after one downstairs. 0-1 the count. On the ground to third. McCullough fires across. A nice stretch from Dooley. And the Wildcats are retired in order. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Dooley, Wilson, Langley due up. Trevor Dooley leads things off for the Generals here in the bottom of the 6th. Collins back out for the Wildcats on the bump, the southpaw. First pitch inside. Is downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. A lefty throwing in the Wildcats bullpen. Dooley swings the 2-0 and fouls it off. Here's the 2-1. And it evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Collins comes set. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Dooley down for out number 1. Brings up Wilson. He's 1 for 3 with a run batted in. And that's a swing and a miss. He'll try to check if he offered on the bunt. He did not. It's 1-1. Breaking ball in for a strike. 1-2. And that one hits Wilson. 24th time he's been hit by a pitch. LSUA leading 6-3 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Langley 0 for 2. He has walked once. Collins starts him off 1-0. Now a right-hander and a left-hander are warming in Louisiana Christian's bullpen. Langley swings through the 1-0. The 1-1, nope, a check over at first. Wilson's back. Over for a called strike. Another pitch out. It's 2-2. Second pitch out of the game. Wilson has stolen a team high 26 on the season. And he's going to go here. As Kelly couldn't handle the pitch. 2 the count. Full count on Langley. Collins gives a look to second. Now the payoff pitch. Fouled away. Kratzer scoops it up in the on-deck circle. Payoff pitch. In a right field, that'll get down. Wilson will hold at third, and the Generals will have runners on the corner with 1 out. So it brings up Kratzer with 2 aboard and 1 out. He's 0 for 1 with a walk so far in the ball game. And that one hit him. So the bases will be loaded. It's the second hit by pitch of the inning. And here's Parks. Looks like O'Quinn throwing in the bullpen, the right-hander. I can't see who the left-hander is for the Wildcats. Parks swings and misses at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Into right field. Will it get down? It will. And it'll get past Vortic. 1 run's going to score. Around from second comes Langley. They're going to try to wave Kratzer in. He will score standing up. First pitch swinging. Throw to third. And Parks is back in time. Runners on the corners, brings up Rolf Schadel. McCullough reaches on a fielder's choice. Squaring to bunt, it is right back toward the pitcher, softly sliding in, he's out. McCullough will advance to second. With 2 outs, it's Patin. So it's 9-3. 6-run lead for the Generals. They've scored 9 runs on 8 hits. one's inside. Here's the 1-0. Call the strike 1-1. 1-1 is on a line, and that's going to fall in front of Huffman. McCullough being waved around, and he'll score. And the Wildcats will go to the bullpen again, so we'll take a timeout. So it's back to the top of the order for LaBruyere, and he will be the first to face Davis DeHaa, who comes on in relief. A left-hander. First pitch is outside. Third appearance for DeHaa in the season, and that'll get back up the middle and through. They'll wave Ardoin around. And it's runners on the corners with 2 outs. Brings up Dooley with 2 outs, and a good 2-out rally here for the Generals. They now lead 11-3. Count on Dooley. That one into the knees for a strike. 1. And that one hits Dooley. So the bases will be loaded with 2 outs. Here's Wilson. 2 outs and the bases loaded. Fouls off the first pitch. It's 0-1. Evens it up at 1-1. Two and one. '25th hit by pitch of the season for Wilson. Everybody advances, and it's 12-3. And out of the dugout comes the coach again for Louisiana Christian. Well, they're going to the bullpen again. We will take a timeout and come back with the new reliever. Here's Langley. He'll be the first to face O'Quinn with 2 outs and the bases loaded in a 12-3 ball game. Got to imagine there's not much left in Louisiana Christian's bullpen here at this point. First pitch to Langley, call the ball high. Check swing. He did go around 1-1. Here's the 1-1. In a left. Drifting back. Huffman. He makes the catch and runs into the wall for out number 3. LSUA leading 12-3 as we head to the top of the 7th. Blake Chauvin will pinch hit here to lead things off. And Joshua Tinarello has taken over in right field. Fob back out at 88 pitches, 63 have been strikes. Chauvin first pitch swinging, foul down the third baseline. LSUA leading 12-3 on 9 hits. They've taken advantage of free base runners in this one. Here's the 0-1. Bounced it in 1-1. Here's the 1-1. 2-1. On the ground at third, McCullough can't handle it. And will go down as an error. Blade White will pinch hit. Chauvin over on first. First pitch from Fobb in for a called strike. Right-hander throwing in Louisiana Christian's bullpen. 0-1 swung on and missed. Here's the 0-2 now to White. He got him swinging. One down. So another pinch hitter here. Mike Burns emptying out the bench. Check swing, he did go around 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 from Fobb. Down low, 1-2. Fobb at 98 pitches. Just shy of that century mark. Swing and a miss. Pumped it by him for out number 2. Cody Gautreau out of the dugout. Looks like that will be the end of Fobb's day. So we will take a timeout. We'll be back with the reliever after this. Tomplay comes on in relief, and he will face Troll as the first hitter. Tomplay had 3 saves last week. 1 against William Carey and 2 against A&M Victoria. th appearance, a 1-0 record, a 1.06 ERA, 17 innings of work. He struck out 16 and holding opposing hitters to an average against of 226. 1-1 hit down the right field line, twisting foul. 1-2 the count. Tomplay ready for the 1-2 now. Gets in, it'll be a wild pitch. Ralph Shadle can't find it. Chauvin's up to second. So it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Misses 3-2. The count's full. The payoff pitch. Hit to center. Labrier coming on, and he's got the sinking liner. The final out of the 7th. We had bottom 7. The Generals leading 12-3. Tinarello Parks McCullough due up. Tinarello will get a plate appearance here in the bottom of the 7th. Quinn back out. First one. Call the strike at the top of the zone, 0-1. Two-seamer in first strike. 1-2 the count. Tinarello tags this one to right. Fordick going over, looking up. It's out of here. Solo home run for Joshua Tinarello here on Senior Day. That'll make it 13-3. It triggers the run rule, and the Generals take the series 2-1 against LC. What a day to send off the seniors and Joshua Tinarello. That'll do it for us here from Alexandria. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend.